Welcome on in. You know what it is. Barbershop slash UCSS slash Ultimate 216 slash Ultimate Browns. We everywhere right now, man. Earl the Pearl in the building. We on
What
the
up?
clock. The pick is in. Your thoughts right now, live and ready to go.
I'm hoping that this pick is Shador Sanders. I mean, at this point, right, it kind of just makes sense, right? Like,
It,
it's great value at this pick. Here's a dude that was projected in the top 5 in the quarterback position, projected as a top 50 overall player. So, I mean, to see him slip like this in this draft, I'm pretty sure it's humbling. I'm pretty sure they're light fuel to his fire. I think it would be a just good value pick right here for Shador. I think it lowers any expectations that you will have. He will come in, he will be a backup quarterback, he will sit, he will learn. And if he can play, if he can add anything to what the Cleveland Browns got going on, then cool. But at this point, especially with Jalen Milroe off the board, with Shook off the board, I mean, your only other option at this point is Shador or Will Howard, right?
and listen, at this point, there might be some people that's doing victory laps with the Shador Sanders things, which I don't quite understand where it's coming from. At the end of the day, he's a good kid. He's never been in trouble. I think right here in the third round, I think this is excellent value, especially when you look at the draft boards. And Mel Kiper has him his #1 rated quarterback down in the third round. You go in PFF, they have him rated as a first round target. You go in the Bleacher Report, he's one of the best guys, the best left on the board. I think it's a good value pick right here. You get him. He's a third-round pick. He comes in, humbles himself a little bit. I think it'll make him work harder. And if you can't tell me that he's not the best available on the board, I don't know what we're talking about here. That if you can get a guy like that, I mean, it's a situation where I'm not saying what the objections to it is.
All right, so the chat is saying it's done that the Browns took Dylan Gabriel,
Whoa.
quarterback from Oregon.
So let me let me get into this. Let's see. Chat says they took Dylan Gabriel. Let me take this down so we can see some of this stuff. So we can get to it. Chat says they took Dylan Gabriel. Better get Sanders. He got something to prove right now, and would be a fool not to add. They took Dylan Gabriel. All right. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna go on a limb and really say this. I've seen Oregon play just about every single game Oregon has played, and Dylan Gabriel is not better than Shador Sanders. I'm just gonna say that right now. And you say what you want to. At the end of the day, Dylan Gabriel does not have a huge arm. He's 5'11". That may be a little bit of a stretch. He's a guy who, I mean, he's just, to me, in my opinion, and to a lot of people who are drafting and a lot of people who looked at this stuff, Dylan Gabriel's not better than Shador Sanders here. And it just seems that the Cleveland Browns did not evaluate Shador Sanders very highly, and they proved it by passing on him multiple times.
6 feet tall, 200 pounds. Senior season at Oregon, completed 72% of his passes, threw for over 3,800 yards, 30 touchdowns against 6 interceptions. Yeah, that's the pick. Backup quarterback. Yeah, I mean, he's not better than Shador. I totally agree with that. I don't think he's better than Will Howard either, if I'm being totally honest with you.
No, he's not.
To me, it's a head scratcher once again, and I don't know. As far as when it comes to Shador Sanders, I don't know why he failed. I don't know what the talent evaluators are looking at, or what the people that's making those decisions are looking at when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. If you didn't have a high grade on Shador Sanders, I have no problem with you not taking him. Dylan Gabriel is still a head scratcher to me, especially with a guy like Will Howard sitting right there on the board, who is more of your prototype AFC North quarterback, who's a dude who also played in the Big Ten.
Better
and
runner.
Last time I checked, they destroyed Oregon. So, for me, if you was gonna go a quarterback in this later in the draft, Will Howard would have made more sense. This one right here is definitely a head scratcher.
I'm glad you bring that up because, at this point, it's not about like Shador Sanders, and people get caught up in hype all the time and get caught up with, oh well, I'm on the other side of it. I don't think he's that good. Whatever the case may be, man. Like you can't debate that he's not better than Dylan Gabriel, but you bring up an awesome point. You sitting here, you could have got Will Howard. I mean, Will Howard beat the best teams in the doggone country week after week, starting with Tennessee, pounded them. Went to out to the game that they disrespected Oregon in the Rose Bowl, pounded them, came back and did it again, and beat Quinn Ewers in Texas, and everybody beat them, beat Notre Dame. You telling me you took a guy who's been in college forever in multiple systems, does not have an elite arm, does not have elite mobility, is not over 6 foot, and you took him and like tell me like Earl, tell me these people are trying to win. Like, is that like they tell us about reaching all the time? They reached so far, starting with the linebacker, and now this. I'm confused, bro. I'm just confused.
Man, out of all their draft picks, right? Even with the trade, like, all right, take the trade out of it. Mason Graham was a good football player. I give you that. Quinshawn Judkins, I give you that. You know, I give you Harold Fanning Jr. as well. Rest of these, those other picks, man, they are some head scratchers for real. The Cleveland Browns, with every single move they made, it doesn't appear to scream to the fan base that the Cleveland Browns are interested and competing to be a winning football team this year. Every move made in the offseason, the moves that's made in the draft. You wait this late to take a quarterback with Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett on your roster. That should tell you everything that you need to know. You make that trade to acquire a second first-round pick for next year with the assumption that that draft class is better. Again, it's telling you everything that you need to know. The fact that the emphasis is on defense, it further states to, the Browns score less than 17 points a game. It doesn't appear by their moves made in this draft they're about to score many more points than that. And so just what FanDuel had or Vegas had the over-under win total for the Browns set at 4.5 pre-draft, probably would take the under on that. The Cleveland Browns got bigger plans that looks beyond 2025. And it's unfortunate that it's probably going to be an insufferable losing season that's about to take place, but at least we know early what to expect from this team.
Yeah, listen. Here's what I'm gonna do. Like, listen, and what I'm gonna say to multiple groups of fans is this, man. We're gonna do these post games. We're gonna do a lot of these shows for the Cleveland Browns. But what I want fans to do is understand this. Do not come knocking on our doors when we tell the truth next year. We told you what it was right now, and y'all should understand. So, like, I get it that, during the season, you're going to want us to amp them up and rub their shoulders and say the Browns are good and do all this other type of stuff and look at the glass half full. Listen, remember tonight, and remember, we aren't doing this. We didn't make the picks for this stuff. They made the picks for this stuff. There is no way Dylan Gabriel's a third-round quarterback. And the linebacker that they got, I don't know where that came from. That was just – and I was going to be prepared to come on here and give them props. I was going to give them some sort of props for getting – all they had to do is come on here and draft a quarterback, take Sanders, take Will Howard, heck, take Curtis Rourke. I mean, all they had to do is do that. And I was willing to give them a good grade because I like Harold Fannin Jr. At a Bowling Green. I like Quinshawn Judkins. I think he's going to be a playmaker for us. But when you make moves right after this and you think that you're fleecing us, we understand that you're not trying to win no games. And the thing is, I get everybody is hype and excited for all these guys, but remember, I'm old enough to remember everybody said tank for Matt Leinart, and next year he went from 1 to 11. Everybody wanted to tank for Jake Locker, and he was the first pick in winning the teams. I remember when everybody told me Will Levis was the guy, or all these guys that are supposed to be good, or even Carson Beck this year. These guys, you're betting your whole life and your fandom on 18 to 21-year-old kids. It's just wild to me, and there's no hope. There's no guarantee you're going to be picking these guys.
Yeah, no, without question. Like, the Cleveland Browns did nothing to convince this fan base that they for real about winning, or to, give them some beacon of hope that even if 2025 was hard, that they had a real plan for 2026. Even if you don't like Shador Sanders, want Shador Sanders. I think everybody watching the show would agree Dylan Gabriel ain't it. Like that ain't it
That's a
at
slap in the
all.
face. That's
Like
a slap
at
in the
all.
face.
Like Will Howard just won a national championship. He right down the road in Columbus. He got the size. You know, if everybody talking about, you know, you didn't want somebody that was frail or small, well, Dylan Gabriel don't fit the bill. Like he's not built to be an AFC North quarterback, you know. But again, you know, I don't know what the Browns' plans are to have all these picks, to have what 4 or 5 picks in the top 100, and this is what you come away with. It leaves a lot of people like with way more to be desired. You know, like if I'm being all the way honest with you, you come away with a guy that's a playmaker in Quinshawn Judkins, Harold Fanning Jr. You know, a lot of people comp him to Antonio Gates. That's to be determined. But you just look overall in this draft, and there's not many people that is going to give you a boost of energy. Damn sure ain't gonna put that many points on the board. So I don't know what the Browns thought process behind this draft. I know you had a lot of picks in the top 100, and by all accounts, man, it just don't look like they did a damn thing with it.
Somebody said something, and I'm gonna give you, because you was around. You was when this one came around. Somebody said, and I can't find the comment now. He said, "Is this a Cody Kessler move?" Listen, is it? Because
It
let me
could
tell you,
be.
it could be, bro. Listen, they drafted Cody Kessler and told us that he was a player, and they smooth went 1-31. Listen, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I don't get invited to the cookouts. I'm not going to their bar mitzvahs, their parties, none of that. G. Bush is not showing up at the birthday cake parties. I am not. I refuse to sit here for a whole year and talk about wasting another year and why it's a great plan. I don't got no damn time for it. I'm sorry, bro. Listen, I grew up in this game, and I actually played the game. All of this side media jargon stuff that they be doing actually, frankly, is corny. Like I got people, and let's call a spade a spade. I got people up here that's trying to sell us that Kenny Pickett is the truth. You got Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Flacco, who's 41. And out of all of the people, they telling you Kenny Pickett is starting with a straight face. We already know who they is. I tell you who it is. I'm not. Listen, I'm not doing it, Earl. This year, I'm not doing it. Listen, they got to pull us in the office somewhere.
Hey, I'm just looking at I'm looking at the chat, and the chat is talking everything that we talking. Like they said, like, man, I'm done. Like the fan base is done. Like this is not nothing that you can sell to the fan base, and yet y'all, I bet you they're gonna put some type of dome propaganda out there within the next 2 weeks. Like I
It's coming.
guarantee you, an update about the dome is coming within the next 2 weeks. Newsflash: don't nobody in Cleveland give a damn about that dome right now. You can't even put a quality product on the field to make the fans want to go spend the money to buy season tickets for the dome. Like how you focus on building the dome and you can't even sell the product that you got on the field. You trying to sell this fan base in this city on a beacon of hope that everything will be okay in a couple years, and it don't work like that. You got to give us at least a little something to hold on to. You got to give us something to make us say, okay, like I can get with this. I can sit around and watch this for a little bit until they get it together. And even if a quarterback wasn't priority, I think a lot of the fan base would have been okay if you would have came away with some bona fide ballers at the skill position level, right? Like even if you chose not to go after a quarterback, but you drafted a top quality wide receiver, you got the running back, you got you a tight end, but you just hit on every other position that it seemed like would be an impact position, the fan base would be cool with that. And if you was not going, like, why even take a quarterback with that pick if you really not focus on having that quarterback be a part of your long-term plans? You could have waited to the 4th round, 5th round. You could have took Kyle McCord and Quinn Ewers for all that. Like you really didn't have to do that. Now to me, it's looking like you wasted pick 94.
You did. You wasted the pick with the linebacker. You just wasted the Dylan Gabriel pick. It's disrespectful. And listen, I'm waiting for somebody on the airways to justify it. I mean, because people is all but saying it's cool, we're gonna tank, it don't matter. Listen, people is selling their soul just to sniff Arch Manning's jockstrap, just to get a whiff of it, Earl. Like
here's something to take into consideration, right? Safety is a need of is a position of need. Xavier Watts, the safety from Notre Dame, with 2 picks after that, right? Here's another one. Jalen Smith, cornerback from USC. How about an offensive tackle, Caleb Rogers from Texas Tech? Now, I know Xavier Watts. I know that dude is a baller. I know who Jalen Smith is. Don't really know much about Caleb Rogers, but I'm pretty sure that Xavier Watts or Jalen Smith could have did more to help your team quicker than the Dylan Gabriel could have.
Because what they're doing, listen, I feel like they just went up there and threw the pick in so people will stop calling them. Stop calling me about Shedeur. We're not going to take him. We're going to take Dylan Gabriel. Let's get the Goober 216. Jason U1. F. Let's pray that we get Manning if he joins the draft. Well, we gonna see, man. I appreciate the super chat, man. Bro, this stuff I want to say, shaking my head. See y'all in 26. That's what it's about. Feels like Barry sabotaged the draft. Let's just keep it real. Let's be honest with you. Andrew Barry, people talk about he sabotaged the draft. Andrew Barry knew good and well what he was doing. Andrew Barry has not delivered you not one player.
Say this ain't no sabotage. This
ain't
premeditated.
No he was trying. He was trying. This was his work. His work is on full display right now. This is all him. Marvin Paxton. This is the plan they told Miles, and then y'all gonna get on us talking about y'all try to hype Miles up to move on, and I'm like, bro, Myles Garrett knew this was popping off. Look, everybody see it. What we talk about? Loser mentality.
Hey, E-Unit said, man, the dumbass left-handed too.
Shot putting the ball around there. Listen, come on. He got this JV arm. This is crazy, bro. 3,000 people in here. What's up, man? How y'all doing? Hit the like button wherever you at, bro. This is wild.
Every last one of yours.
Yeah, it's wild work, bro. This is wild. Listen, and by the way, we only gonna give it to you like this. Everybody up there, everybody else on the radio or television trying to be a prognosticator. I just think this is what the plan. Stop deliberating what their plan is, bro. Y'all look like, listen, these dudes, I swear up and down, got an email and was like, this is what we're gonna do. These dudes, I don't understand it, Earl. The Dome. Can we please not be the laughing stock of the whole league for 2 years at least?
Hey, shout out to Corey, man. Corey in the chat. Yeah, hey, Corey, I'm sick too, bro.
Burning third-round picks on a possible third stringer is the worst move I've ever seen. This is your boy. Your man.
Yeah. And, like, pick 94 is supposed to be an impact player, right?
8 people went to Colorado. Talk to that. Talk to me about that.
Hey,
why did
wait, hold on. So
there?
wait, here's the funny part about it. So a lot of these Browns fans in here, y'all diehards, and y'all remember all the press conferences and things like that. Last year around draft time, Andrew Barry made a statement that, when I come up here and talk to y'all, if y'all choose not to believe what I say, that's on you all. All right. So fast forward this year. This man basically had a football crush on Travis Hunter. We seen how that played out. Didn't he make the statement about Travis and Shedeur? I wish I could have both of them. We see how that played out.
There were so many players I wanted.
So to me, it's like y'all wasted resources, money, and time going to Colorado, knowing damn well that you had already traded pick number 2 to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you really never had no plans on taking Shedeur Sanders whatsoever. So all these due diligent visits that y'all did with all these top tier players was for naught, because this was our game plan coming in to piss people off even more than what y'all did, to come away with a few players. Like I said, I give you Fannin Jr., I give you Graham, I give you Judkins. I give you those 3. But if that's what you came away with, and you started this night off with 10 picks, and you came away with a 2026 first round pick, kudos to you. That's what you came away with. But that is not enough to appease this fan base. Everybody know that. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, that super chat was right, man. Shout out to you. You wasted a 3rd round pick on a 5'11" left-handed backup quarterback. Not even backup, 3rd string quarterback. He the 3rd string quarterback. Make it make sense.
And then they do little sly stuff. And I know they done already talked to everybody. Listen, they do it. Why you think all of a sudden everybody in the city is like, oh, Kenny Pickett is starting? We sitting here confused, like, well, hold on. They got 5 second-round picks and 33rd-round picks, Earl. They got Jalen Milroe on the board they can get. They got Shedeur that's still available. Tyler Shuck is still available. Guess what? The plan the entire time since the beginning of the summer was to get Kenny Pickett and then back him up with some dude that ain't good and go get Joe Flacco to appease you since the last time you saw him, we was actually going to the playoffs. These people think we are stupid.
Hey, all I know is if we gonna suck, might as well suck all the way. Like if all this is really just to go get Arch Manning next year, then damn it, don't even win a game. You better make sure that you are the clear-cut #1 overall pick. Don't mess around with it. Don't put no dubs on the board whatsoever. Like if this is y'all playing and y'all are all chips in on Arch Manning, he better come out. He better be good, and you better make sure that you lose enough games to like solidify that you got the #1 overall pick.
I don't want to see nobody in the preseason talk about we're trying to win football games. Don't give me that. You know what? We're trying to get it done. All we're trying to do is win a football game. Kevin Stefanski, we got to clean it up again. We had too many penalties. Couldn't score the ball when we needed to. Couldn't get a stop. Listen, y'all need to stop the cap. Y'all trying to get these L's. Just be a man about it and then take 17 of them then. I respect you if you say, hey, if you went ahead and did the 76 and said, I respect you, let's do 17 of them. We're gonna let you know right now.
Let's just go ahead and get it out of the way, man. We ain't gonna win no game, fam.
Myles Garrett, listen, trust me. Oh, by the way, listen, I'm letting y'all know something. Don't you turn your back on no players. It's gonna be some business decisions being made. Because now, you're in that locker room.
I want to know, is this the quarterback that Myles told Andrew about?
Dylan Gabriel's coming to the roof's rescue.
Is this who it was about right here? Was it about Dylan?
Hey man, Aggie Fury 01. I'm gonna go 90s with it. The whole front office, some Mark Test Buster. At least this maybe keeps us from seeing Kenny Pickett. I won 4 back mid-season. Hey, don't you play with me. If y'all start playing reindeer games with me, talk about it don't count. I'll start. Listen, I got the emails. I will start the 4.
Hey, don't.
Start it back up.
Please don't.
I'm riding
see what y'all did. See what you did, Andrew.
Play with me.
Now we got to do 4 content.
Hunting on the entire draft is crazy work, Chris. It's wild. We were supposed to come on here and give y'all something else. Listen, we had the graphic ready. He said, right here might be it, G Bush. We might be right here for Shador. These guys.
Man, it's crazy.
Listen, man. I don't know. This to me, all jokes aside, though, there's a lot of people, and I don't want to get sentimental about it, but man, I think of this unserious draft, and I think about the people who dedicated their lives, like, what I'm saying, Jimmy Donovan working for the Browns, or guys who covered it for years and years and years, and Jim Brown and all the proud people, and Joe Thomas got to go up there and hand these cards in, and he knowing good and well there's ball player. This is the reason I always tell Joe Thomas, man, I love you, dog. You got one of the best hearts in the world, but you should have got up out of here and got you a ring, because these folks have no intentions of doing right by you. Myles Garrett said you guys don't want to win. And then you came in with this draft. Do you think he's lying? Do you think he's lying now? Because look, I mean, some people were under the thought process that Myles was being a little too harsh. I mean, they got Dylan Gabriel. They are open for all scrutiny. And if any local media person sits here and says it's not that bad, we can squint real hard and look at it. They like their quarterback room. Evidently, they like the receiver room too, because they still ain't drafted a receiver. Not one.
Damn. They still ain't drafted a wide receiver. Not one.
Not one. They got 15 points a year.
Hey man, hey, listen, I would have been okay with a 3rd round wide receiver. I thought that was AB sweet spot. We all know he loved 3rd round wide receivers. You went and got Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round, man. And you gonna try to sell that to the fan base like that absolutely made sense. Like Dylan Gabriel wasn't just sitting right there waiting for you on day 3 of the NFL draft. I ain't gonna get sentimental with it either. I get it, who's covered this team and things like that. I just know enough to know that, parity is king in the NFL. And the NFL sets their league up for everybody to have an opportunity to compete for a Super Bowl. Yet since 1999, the Cleveland Browns have found a way to be historically bad. Like, it's damn near impossible to be this consistently bad versus being good for a short period of time. And here we are hitting reset yet again, trying to figure out what type of direction this football team is headed into. People might say we being emotional, but I'm just giving my opinion. If you're somebody that still got season tickets, especially with the economy and how things are right now, man, I'll be very, very careful about where I place my entertainment dollars at. And I don't think the Cleveland Browns deserve y'all money, if I'm being all the way real with you, because there's too much that go into attending the Cleveland Browns game. You got to think about gas, you got to think about parking, concession when you get there. If you tailgate, everybody know how crazy the rules is downtown Cleveland. You do all that to have an enjoyable experience before you start your work week, and you won't even get return on investment on the football field. So why waste your money actually going to do that unless that's just something that you absolutely want to do? That's your dollar, not mine. But until the Cleveland Browns show us that they are for real about winning, we need to show them that we for real too, man. We can support them and love them from a distance. We ain't got to be spending our hard-earned money on them for what? They don't deserve that. They ain't earned that.
And look, man, and anybody that's sitting there telling you that you got to be sitting, waiting, patient, man, bro. Listen, don't nobody. I'm gonna tell you what. If you younger than me, get off my lawn. Don't tell me to be patient about nothing. if you 22, don't you be in my inbox talk about be. Listen, these guys do this every year, and this year is even more blatant because you had an opportunity to get the best players in the draft. You passed on the best player overall. You passed on Abdul Carter. You passed on you passed on Shedeur Sanders 16 times. You passed on Milroe. You passed on every quarterback, but yet and still you still didn't get Abdul Carter. You still didn't get Ashton Genty. You didn't want him either. Like your first 2 picks, I'll take Mason Graham. That with Mason Graham yesterday, made this look like Mason Graham was the best pick they've ever had. I had to go back and say, well, at least they got the Mason Graham, because the linebacker, I was like, what is this? This can't be possible. You know what? And you should be ashamed of yourself if you're selling this. You should be ashamed of yourself if you're selling fans that this is the way you go about winning. You go about it by saying it's all about one person. It's all about one quarterback. It's all about getting up there. Nothing else matters. BS. For the people that play, for the people that put their body on the line, for the people that's in the prime of their careers, for the people like Batonio who came back, and Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward with 8 or 9 or 10 concussions, or Nick Chubb fighting for a job. This means more to those people than some reindeer game about a stadium that they will never play in and kids that these guys are banking their careers on. I'm not spending my money on it. I'm sorry, Earl. I can't do it. I will be professional. I'll come and tell you what I think I see on the film. I'll tell you what I saw in the game. But as far as the Cleveland Browns and Andrew Berry and whatever they're saying, I have no urge to hear anything he's talking about. He needs to find a quarterback. He needs to find playmakers. Kevin Stefanski needs to coach his team and get his act together. And besides that, show the fans some wins. And if you don't got no wins, I don't see why we should be involved in any of this crap. Because this was a joke this weekend. It's been a joke, pure and simple.
The good thing is the Cavs play at 1:00 p.m. tomorrow with an opportunity to go up 3-0 and one game closer to closing out this first round series. 6.5-point favors on the road. Go Cavs, man. Let them know.
Let's knock these last little super chats out and we get up out of here. You can catch me tomorrow. Earl, you on 92.3?
Yeah, I'm on air, man. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Catch me on 92.3 The Fan tomorrow morning, man. Co-hosting with Spencer German on the Wake Up. More reaction to what the Cleveland Browns did on day 2 in the NFL draft. And, of course, man, we preview the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Miami Heat, game 3 of the NBA playoffs.
9 to 11, you can catch me on the barbershop simulcast. Go ahead and watch me. Listen to Earl on the Odyssey app, and you could do all the above. Let's get to the last little couple super chats. Tyler, the Destroyer of World, says fire everyone. Dylan Gabriel at third. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Basketball Jones, the real draft plan. Tank for 4. Tank for 4. Gabriel's Cody Kessler 2.0. I can't defend this front office. Fire them all. You know it was coming.
Everybody Paulie, all of them. They all gotta go.
Hey, listen, come on. I appreciate the super chat, but if you was watching the games, come on, Mr. Eye Crapping Shits. Come on, you know good and well you're gonna give me Gabriel played in a tougher conference. You stop. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Sanders is Manziel with OBJ's dad combined. Actually, that's crazy because that would mean he would be on drugs and
in the Hall of Fame.
In the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame drug dealer. Sapper Daddy. Mary Kay and the squad in the Cleveland media will gaslight us to accept this punt on another. Oh, the punt is coming. They've already they have already circled the wagon.
But no, read it though. He's saying they will gaslight us to accept this punt. And maybe other people will. People are not gonna like me by the end of the season, man. This is inexcusable. This is inexcusable. Like this is not even trying.
And you know what? And y'all can you can turn. I can't listen to G. Bush no more. He's so negative. He's so negative. When you say them so negative comments, I'm gonna report you right back to this and say I'm just showing you what you did. This is the reason they're not going to score points. Don't look at the quarterback or none of that. They didn't want to score any points. They had the opportunity to get some, and they I
don't know how many more super chats you got, but I need the chat to do me a favor. I'm about to go turn on Madden as soon as me and G get off of this. Y'all just let me know what trades y'all want me to make the Browns relevant. You know, just throw those in the chat as quick as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn the trades off, make the Cleveland Browns feel better for our sake, and I'm gonna run it back. So I'm dead ass serious right now.
I would like
whatever trades y'all want me to make in Madden. As soon as we done with this right here, right now, let me know so we can all feel better about.
I was genuinely with this till Gabriel pick. I was cool with Project 2026. Like the linebacker pick might have been just a bit reachy, but this is weird. That's what happens when you start to accept it. When you accept it, they take another inch. Let me see if they'll take this. I've never felt this loss as a fan. Oh, Green Bay and Houston got 20,000 receivers apiece. And those guys, Houston, guess what? All these guys, we gave Travis Hunter to an AFC team. Houston got all the stop. These guys, you can't make it up. And I don't want to hear nobody say, well, we got the quarterback, but we don't have any receiver. You didn't draft none for 5 years. Did you think
Houston would have drafted like 50 million receivers in one damn draft, man? Teammates, too. They would have got teammates.
If the linebacker balls out, then the fourth dudes, I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know. But if the linebacker balls up, then it was worth it. I think that's what they get into.
Okay. Well, he better be Jack Lambert. From now on, they're the Brook Park Browns. I'm cool on the foolery.
The County Browns.
Dylan Gabriel looked good when he beat OSU week 1. Ceiling could be like, whoa. No, whoa. No, Robert Bills. We're not going to do that. We're not gonna. We are. This is how it dies over. You see them polls. I think the ceiling is. You talk about his ceiling is the #1 pick in the draft.
Kyler Murray.
That's what Kyler Murray was. The Heisman Trophy. That like what are you talking about? I no. How did he look against Ohio State the second game? Doors blown off. His coach said he wakes up in a cold sweat every night because of that beating.
Hey, get it off the screen. I appreciate the super chat, man. You know the UCSS chat. They're gonna cook them if they see that. Get that off that screen.
Maybe. Oh my God. Sanders has 1 more year of eligibility left. I don't think you can't go back to college after that. He's declared.
No, he can't.
He's done. He's out here. Could Pickett be good? Will he be okay? Look at you. Don't you put the question marks behind there. You know what the answer is. Man, what was you saying when he was playing against the Browns?
Pickett jersey tomorrow as soon as I get off work.
Listen, this is wild work.
As soon as I get off work.
These I did. G. Bush wanted Fanning and Judkins for months, and I really want him Best sisters. I really wanted those. But guess what? He didn't give me anything else. He gave me that backer, and he gave me Dylan Gabriel. Maybe talk about the 3 good picks they made. I'll wait. We're not going to do that, Wade.
I will in the morning. Not tonight.
I will in the morning. But we're going to get the Dylan Gabriel today.
92.30 Fan, AAM to 12 p.m.
You tune in. Barbershop. You come get, I give you that positive talk after I sleep. After I sleep on it. Don't slide that in. Maybe talk about the positives. Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
With that being said, man, we appreciate y'all.
James said, Wade, go to sleep.
Wade, go to sleep. We got to put that up, man. Go to sleep, bro. Go to sleep, man. With that being said, man, we appreciate y'all jumping on. Make sure y'all check us out. You know where it is. My man Earl, 8 o'clock tomorrow, 92.3 The Fan, Spencer German. They're going to be breaking it down. Me over here, 9 to 11 live, hooking it up. And we'll get to some stuff.
Thanks to our fan base, man. This is the second day, man. We gave y'all 2 live shows today, and y'all showed up and showed out both times, man. We cannot thank y'all. The last 2 days has been breaking numbers for us. Mm-hmm. Just truly appreciate all the support. Y'all pulling up on a late night and spending the NFL draft with us, man. Appreciate y'all.
Do you guys feel they'll go Tez to pair them? We don't know. We haven't seen. They need a receiver because they don't like them. They haven't drafted.
Dylan and Tez coming in the preseason 2025.
We catch y'all later, man. Peace.